Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back to How Did It Get So Good, episode 294. My friends, this is Road to 300. So I'm having all homies, all friends. We're just going to get loosey-goosey in here. Mariah and Justin Johnson. Johnston? Johnston. Johnston?
With a T, yep. You got it.
See, I always forget that shit, dude.
You're not the only one.
Huh?
You're not the only one.
I always feel bad because then when I'm tagging you or you when we do podcasts, I'm like, and I have to go look in your shit. It's annoying, but hey, you want to talk about somebody with a shitty fucking last name. How do you spell your name? It's like, oh. So I started doing this thing here where I spell my name every time, I did an episode just to finish. I'm like, follow me. That's Cervera, Cervera. And next thing I know, Justin is like, that's funny because that helps me when I'm typing your email. And
he thinks of it.
He's like Cerve, so he types it.
That's awesome.
But hey, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out with me in this 10 episodes. I'm excited. 300, dude. 300 with a missing one. That's the crazy part about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It's 5 years and some change.
That's impressive. Not
Really?
too many people can say that who don't have like a professional, like someone else is paying them to sit in the seat.
Yeah.
You know? So
Yeah.
that's a huge
And I can honestly
proud.
say I missed one because I was in Mexico and Justin pulled it off with a friend.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, every single one of them.
consistency.
That's awesome. Yeah, man, that's huge.
That's really what are some
Oh,
things
wait, you're interviewing me now? Is
I
that what we're doing?
am. This is
There
just
she
natural
goes.
state.
She's jumping in.
Go ahead.
What are some of like your highlights?
I've always said it, and I think I shared this with Justin. One of the big highlights that we have, and it was like right at the beginning of this, was when we did the owner of Wise Guys.
Oh yeah.
And we did it at
Super
Wise
cool.
Guys, which that was
Yeah.
mind blowing.
Yeah.
For us to barely be starting, and he's like, "You guys want to do it here?" But now it's like, now that we think about it, it's more like, I don't want to go to your studio. Let's just do it here. But we were like fascinated that we were like doing it where like so many of our
Well, because then you get
comedy
comfortable,
heroes.
yeah, in
Yeah.
your space. You know how things work, and anytime you unplug and shift things, that is the risk of it not working again. Oh my god!
I had once again I get to say his name again. I had Dre doing the camera and the audio.
Yeah.
While we just sat there and we hung out with Keith. Keith's awesome. Every time he sees me there, he's like, "How's the podcast?" I'm like, "It's good. It's
Oh,
good."
that's awesome.
And he
That's
looks
cool.
at me and he goes, We'll do it. Trust me, we'll do it." And I was like, okay.
Busy man.
Yeah, dude, he's got Ogden, Salt Lake, West Jordan. I think he has something to do with the dry bar comedy. I think it's somewhere down south.
Probably Provo. Dry bar.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Then he's got 2 in Vegas.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Really?
Yeah, he's got 2
I
in
didn't know
Vegas.
that.
And I think he's going to open one in Idaho. Like,
Really?
he's, like, working on it, yeah.
That's
That's crazy.
yeah.
Good
That's
for him.
impressive. Good job. Yeah.
And when I started seeing him, he was promoting his special on a CD, and he signed up for me. And the episode that we did with him, I brought that up, and I said, "Oh, look at this!"
That's
And he's
awesome.
like, "Holy shit, do you have this?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude." I went with Brian.
I pray to it every morning.
Brian, that's when I was showering. That's what I'm listening to. No, Brian introduced me to him. He's like, "Oh, Keith's good." And I was like, "Okay." And next thing I know, I was like, he's the owner. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's always been.
He was fun when we saw him in Ogden.
Oh, dude.
It was awesome.
He's
Even though he's
hilarious.
picking on you.
You're right in the front row, like usual.
Justin, look at me.
Jeez.
That was all my bad because I was leaning over and talking to you.
I meant to say this to Trey, so I just, like I say, I had Trey last episode, and I went and saw him, and you guys know this, I always sit in the front. I love to sit in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I started thinking this, I'm like, I wonder if there's like a little bit of, what do you call it? when you're not afraid's not a word.
Nervous?
No, keep going.
Hesitant?
Intimidation.
Intimidation
Sure. Because he's a friend of mine, and I'm like this, right?
And you're just sitting there
and
dance, monkey, dance.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And also the fact that when they do their act, like most of it, especially because I've gone to see him so many times, most of it I've seen, right? So, but that's how they go, right? They just do it over and over again until you have something very solid,
set.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go in there and I'm looking at him, but I'm like I'm first row, and I notice that he doesn't see me.
Or
he knows I'm there,
but he's ignoring you.
So he knows I'm there because
gotcha.
he helped me come and see him and he put me in the list. That's how this podcast has taken me.
I'm on the list.
I'm on the list, and so he knew I was there. I'm like, I'm outside. I'm walking in, so he knew. And also, while we were ordering food, he walked by, so I know that he saw me. And then he walks to the stage, and I'm right there. But then I'm like, I wonder if it's like,
There's people I couldn't perform in front of. I think even like you intimidate the hell out of me. Like if I know you're home and I'm like presenting, because I'm a trainer, and so
Yeah.
I'm in front of a whole Zoom room full of people. I'm like, don't fucking listen to what I'm saying. Like I don't know, because they know a different side of me, and so I'm like, I'm putting on, like
yeah.
that
And
happens to me with Justin, because our offices are it's basically next door. Like we
Yeah.
talk with our doors open, right?
Yeah.
We're just like, because we're that close. But sometimes, like when I'm doing the schedule, I'm talking to. First of all, we have our because we're always typing or writing as we talk, so everything is on speakerphone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I listen to all of his conversations just as he listens to all of mine. So every now and then someone calls us, hey, what happened to this and this guy and this machine or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. And then on the other side, it's like, it did this or it's going here or whatever. So
Gotcha,
like,
yeah.
I'm trying to listen to both. I'm freaking out. But every now and then somebody would call me and they will ask me a question, and I don't want him to know. Not because I want to keep it away from him. It's like, I know that what I want to say is wrong maybe. So I'm like, let me see. And I'm like, I know that he's listening. And he's like, just do this. Like he tells me, right? I'm like, fuck. It's because I don't have it yet. I don't have it ready.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. So that's intimidating. And then somebody said, for some reason, our boss is upstairs.
Okay.
And I think Justin was like, it would have been good if this was like our wing, and then we have like our assistant on this office, and then our big boss on this office. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be talking to people with our big boss, like not only my boss, but my boss's boss,
Right.
just right there and just like one aisle.
Now you can't have doors open and dicks out. You know?
No,
That's so
dude,
rude.
it's gotta be one or either one. Hey, Justin, I have this thing where my office, I don't have any windows in my office. Basically in a closet.
So it's like this.
It's just like this, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a
What? This is
Oh,
a
this is
window.
a
big ass
window
window.
right
Yeah, look.
Oh, I never paid attention to that.
You gotta control the lighting though.
Yeah, exactly.
Apparently.
But no, so I don't have any windows on mine, but the way that my office is sitting, so my door faces this way, Justin's door faces this way, but after the door there's a little piece, there's a section of glass. The way I'm sitting, I can see, because we're at the end of the hall.
Okay.
The way I'm sitting, I can see who's coming.
Or like reflects off the glass.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So, every now and then I've done I've done this, and then I see someone coming. I'm like, because
I'm busy.
because I can't see it.
Yeah.
But he can't, because his door is here. This is wall.
You guys don't have a
But he can't see who's coming, so he gets surprised, right?
I hear that. I feel that in my heart.
I couldn't ever have my back to a door either.
He told me one time, it's this dude. We had this girl from HR just walk into his office. She's like, hey, Justin, by the way, he says, dude, I was knuckle deep in my nose. Not even thinking someone's gonna come out. It was my week of scheduling.
Oh.
So I'm the one who's busy. He's just like doing the odds and ends. Like he's got a lot of free time. So he's just fucking digging for gold. And he's doing this, and someone walks in the office, hey, Justin. He tells me that I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, I'm so lucky that I have that little. It's a piece of glass, obviously from
Yeah.
from top to the bottom, but it's like this much, and I can see everything. Then if I lean, I can see who's walking through the door, coming in, like.
Yeah.
Everybody getting one of those little mirrors that you have like in convenience stores. You can see like the corners,
like the
up in
round
corner.
ones?
Yeah.
So I've got a blind window in my or a blind door in mine. Like I hear people coming because like people walk loud.
Yeah.
And I've started distinguishing who's coming to my office because of the way they walk. But I can text typer than I can type, so I'm on my phone a lot. Like, replying to messages.
Okay.
And people are like coming in. I'm like on my phone. It looks like I'm not working, but shit, I'm working. I just
He can text so fast. It's crazy. And one-handed, which drives me nuts because he does it when he's driving.
Do you have the slide?
no, I don't use the slide. I just
Yeah, I
use-
don't either.
But look how
kinda
big
weird.
those fingers are. Like, how are you not,
Do
like...
I have your number?
I don't know. Probably not. We'll fix that.
We'll
later.
figure that shit out.
Yeah, we always
But-
talk over Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe we should start doing something without her. You know?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, fuck it.
Get rid of the dead weight.
Do
Yeah,
it.
wait, so you say you text fast, you type faster?
No, I can text
Faster
faster
than
than
you
I can type.
Ooh, it's funny you say that. Every Wednesday we have a meeting, right, where like all the superintendents come in and whatever. Because we split the schedule. Like 1 week he has it, 1 week I have it. Then 1 week I run that meeting, 1 week he does. When I'm running it, he's doing like, so we put everything that goes into the meeting into this agenda, and then we send it out to people who didn't make, and everybody. So when I'm doing when I'm running the meeting, he's typing as we go.
Yeah.
And then our boss is like, hey, we got a couple of announcements and we got this and that, and then he's typing it. I cannot, first of all, I'm a picker.
Right.
I hate it, but I am. I fucking hate it. And like sometimes there's people that come into my office.
There's
that-
games you can
that
play
have been-
online.
I kind of want to, I've looked them up, but
Yeah.
it's just having the time to do it.
Yeah,
But
I get that.
It's embarrassing, but whatever.
It is what it is.
I'm fast with 2 fingers. It's cool.
Yeah,
Whatever,
for real.
dude.
Which two? Which two fingers?
Oh, this one's. So, but when he runs the meeting, I have to write it because I'm not that fast.
Oh yeah.
So then I write everything, and then I go to my office, and then I put it into the. Basically, we're using the same that we used the week before. We just changed the day, the names,
Yeah.
you know, the subjects. So I have like a pattern basically of what I'm doing.
template?
A
Yeah.
template. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, and so I just fill it up, but I can't type.
Yeah, I can't.
And they make fun of me. It's like, whoa. I'm like, well, it's gonna get out anyway.
Just-
like, it's gonna
just-
happen. I'm gonna
I
do
think-
it.
'Cause we're
Annotate
about the
voice
same age.
notes, and then I'll type it up for you. Copy paste that into your little.
See?
Listen
Come
to
on,
her.
work hard.
Listen
work
to her.
smart. And then
I-
have Chat GPT render it for
I
you.
think it's a generation thing because you and I are about the same age,
Yeah.
and like she's
We're 57, right?
58.9, 58.9, whatever the fuck that means. But she's
Okay,
7 years
Kelvin.
younger, so she's like, she grew up on Google and the internet. So it came out until I was in high school.
What is the IM? What was that? Yahoo. It wasn't Yahoo. It was. Was it Yahoo?
Well, I don't know because it was
Yahoo
before my time. It was
Instant
after my time.
Messenger or something.
Yeah.
But that was like where, you'd go after
Yeah.
school and you go in, get on, and you type. That's
Like
what made.
MySpace, stuff like that. I
It
didn't have
wasn't
that.
MySpace. I think it was just
I
like
think it
some
was
type of.
Messenger. I mean, it basically.
He was like, yeah.
I remember getting off of school, and this is how stupid we were. I would get off of school, go home, turn on my mom's computer, and then chat
Yeah,
with
all
the
your
people that I
friends.
go to school with.
Right.
Like, we just
for-
saw, we
for
were just
hours.
like, anyway,
Yeah.
what's up?
Group messages,
Yeah.
and all the
What's up?
little
I just saw you.
gifs,
Exactly. That's how stupid
But that's
I was.
how I got
But
good
I
at
never.
typing.
But also, think about this. In my 42 years of life, this is the first year that I have a job where I have to type.
yeah,
So it's never been.
I can use a 10 key like no one's business, but
Dude,
typing
my
just screws me up.
my fucking grandma, she's one of those like this.
oh, it doesn't have to
Really?
look. Oh, she's in the typewriter
Oh my
era.
God.
Yeah, the
Yes.
secretary era.
Yeah.
Yes, she would. So she's the one that I always talk about. She's a pastor.
Oh yeah,
So all of her writing and everything, she
Okay.
will have to type
Type
or
it.
wonder, you know. And yeah, she'd be like, she would talk to me, and typewriters, you know, for capital words or capital letters, you would hit a key, and like the whole thing that's writing like will move up because the keys is the small letter and the
Yeah.
big letter. So you see that thing go, bing. It's like, God damn, my mom is not as good, but my mom is good.
That's awesome.
But me, and even my little brother saw me. My little brother's 20. He saw me. He's like, "That's how you type."
What are you
I'm
doing?
like, "Hey, dude,
Leave
fuck
me
off."
alone.
I can type so fast when my nails are short, but I hate when my nails are short, so they're always slipping and sliding off of the keyboard. But
I've done the thing where, because you know that there's 2 words that have like a little.
yeah, the bumps.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to go on your middle fingers.
The
Is
home
that what
row?
it? I thought it was this one.
No.
That's the
Oh wait,
home-
hold on. No, I think it's your middle finger.
I don't know. I think it's your.
No, I
Where's the
fuck
fucking
outta here,
keyboard?
dude. You went way far.
Where's your laptop or something? I can't
I don't
even
have a
think.
laptop
I
here.
can't even think because it's so automatic. I don't even pay attention.
Yeah. So I've done it. There was a video that I was watching and they show you. My grandma used to tell me you gotta. My grandma told me something that I never heard after that, which was that you have to memorize where the keys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's not just about getting used to. It's like because my grandma would look at the paper or at me and then would say, I don't know the words, I don't know the order, so forgive me for this. But she'll be like, like KLM or whatever, like and then on my right hand side will be OPD or whatever.
Right.
I couldn't tell you where the keys are right now. Like I can kind of tell you which hand or which side, but like I could tell, like I could just spell out something right now.
You know what? You know what
and
I
not
think
even
will help
about
me,
it.
and you guys tell me. So obviously,
Yeah.
you guys are typers. The keyboards that have the 2 hands separate.
I see. I hate those things. It's like all annotated.
Yeah,
I mean,
So
it's
straight,
good
it's-
for your like hand placement, like it's ergonomic.
but I think it'll be good for me because I don't have that training. Like my brain doesn't go to this.
Right. It goes.
But if I had this,
Separate
Separate
it.
it.
A little.
I think I can just I will have more of an idea of what finger goes to what key.
Yeah. The
I
cool
hate those
thing
things.
is
I can't
because I
use
am left-handed, I can use a mouse with because I never learned how to use a computer mouse with my left hand, but I'm left-handed, so I can use a mouse with my right hand while I'm taking notes, while doing that. So I can do a lot of that stuff that I've noticed. Like, oh,
You're
you're
left-handed.
right-handed.
You saw that video, didn't you?
Which
You
one?
got him.
Left-handed people. That video
Yeah?
I put up there. I saw you saw it on my.
I'm sure I saw it. I
On
can't
my,
remember.
we talk shit. Well, Trey again, we talk shit on left-handed people. I'm like, what the fuck is with these people? And he's like, dude, fucking go to Korea or something. He says, who the fuck cares about left-handed people?
I care.
But and it was fun. One of my stepkids is left-handed. Do you? This is a question that we came up with the podcast or with that episode. So because you have to be forced to drive the way we drive, do you feel like you'll be better doing it opposite?
Like if I was driving a stick shift? Because the only thing that's really because I drive an automatic, so there's really...
That's what I'm saying. But like, because we only drive on one side, I wonder if that's like.
You drive better like in Europe than you can in the States.
I don't
something
think
like that.
so.
But what I mean is like,
Yeah.
I wonder if that's like whoever created this system said like, well, I'm right-handed, so this is how I want to put it. And now left-handed people gets fucked.
Well, left-handed people get fucked in a lot of things, like ice cream scoops. Where's the little trigger thing? It's where your thumb is. So if I have to use an ice cream scoop with my left hand, I have to trigger it with my finger instead of my thumb. It's just little fucking inconveniences. I'm telling you, I will bitch all day. We can start talking about the tiny little things that start.
But you don't feel like driving is on the it's just whatever.
I think if I had to go anywhere, like in Europe or wherever, where it's on the opposite side, I'd be freaking out.
Or like, okay, so like motorcycles now that you're riding.
Yeah.
Do you,
Like
does
the clutch
Yeah,
and-
but would it be better if it was
No.
the opposite side?
No, because that's how I learned, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think if you learned, and I learned cutting paper with my right hand because they had no left-handed scissors when I was around, when in elementary school.
It's not even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Like the way the thumb hole is. It's
How
totally
it's
different.
how you
So,
put
hold
the
on.
pressure on scissors.
So what finger gets the bigger hole? The thumb or the other one?
Thumb gets the bigger hole, and then you put your 2 or sometimes 3 fingers in the little bottom. But the pressure, how it's meant, you can't just switch that to another hand. The pressure is weird on the hinge of like the scissors. Trust me, I've tried. Sometimes I'll grab a pair of
That
scissors
doesn't
and I
make
go to
sense.
like snip like a little something, and I'm like, ah. But
doesn't make
so
sense to
I
me.
just hold my hand straight, my right hand, and then if I have to cut something like really intricate. I just use my left hand and use that for all the small little. But this just goes open, close. This one does all the. I can't do any of the maneuvering with the right hand.
Do you have left-handed scissors at home?
No.
I don't think we did.
No, we don't have any left-handed. Because then I'd have to remember, like, oh, these ones are righties, these are lefties.
But hold on, so where the fuck do you even buy left-handed scissors?
At the left-handed store. I didn't even know this exists. You can buy them online.
There's not a
anywhere.
left-handed store, right?
There are.
Are you
some, yes.
Yeah.
shitting me?
Where they have, like,
Do we have
spiral
one here?
notebooks.
I don't know.
Notebooks and stuff that are on the
Where did we
spirals
see
on
when
the
we
other
saw-
side. It's usually like a
mean
touristy
Jackson last week?
place.
Last
Yeah.
year?
Yeah,
Jackson,
I think
yeah.
that Jackson Hole had one.
Yeah.
I'm getting, my mind is blown right now.
I think like the really annoying thing is like if we ever try to cook, all my saucepans, everything the handle's on the right side, so I can stir with my left hand. And so if I start cutting something up, I'm like, hey, can you finish cutting this up? He's got to like flip everything around. If I go to a buffet and if I have to like go to the other side to grab the utensil to serve myself, and then I'm all fuckers, I'm leaving it on the left side just for all of you. So yeah, it's not like a terrible inconvenient. Like certain pens don't work though with me because because you push on the paper instead of drag. Or right-handed, you drag because you're going left to right.
Oh, yes.
So
God damn it, I didn't even think of that.
So the little ball will get stuck sometimes. So you have to get.
Fix yourself, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
God damn
I can't
it.
do anything with my right hand. I've tried so hard.
Really?
I hurt my shoulder really bad one time. I couldn't just even wiping my ass with my right hand.
Well, that's gonna be
I feel
shitty
like
though,
I
because
can't do it.
if I wipe myself with my right one with my left hand, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, how do I do
I
this?
had to. Yeah. When I went to the hospital for my blood pressure, they did an
IV.
Basically, they stuck a needle to check on my heart, which kind of doesn't make sense because isn't this closer?
Your heart's like right
That's
in the middle,
interesting.
right? Isn't it?
Oh, it's on your left
It's
side.
It's on the left side. I thought.
It's like
It's like right in the
Don't you
middle.
say? And I'm proud to be an American. You
That's
touch
just-
your.
Yeah, that's just
You
the
don't
way
do
they say it.
this.
But it is right in the middle.
What are you,
technically.
Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Tony
absolutely.
Stark. It is on the left side. It's on the left side
Google
more
that
than
shit. I
anything.
swear
Yeah.
it's. We'll
But
find out
anyway,
later.
so I figured that they would go closer, but it was if they couldn't do this, I think you can still see it. If they couldn't do this, they were gonna go through my thigh.
Through your
Yeah,
leg, yeah.
I've heard people.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's nuts.
Through there
Give
too.
me the
Your artery,
willies.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so they did this, and then at the end, after I got done, they gave me like a compressor sleeve when it was like pumped with air, just so it keeps the the blood from coming out or whatever. And then I get taken back to my room, and then I'm sitting there, and back then my wife, I was like, I gotta take a shit, and I'm like, how in the fucking way am I gonna do this? It was crazy.
I broke my right elbow back in the day, so 6 weeks.
Oh my god,
That's why I had to learn how
dude.
to eat with my left hand, how to wipe with my left hand. Like, you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it was miserable.
That's crazy. I didn't even think of scissors. I
Yeah.
would have never guessed that.
Scissors.
But I always go when I see the
Pick those ones up right there. Can I use those?
yeah. Oh yeah, that's great. Wait, so
That's my right hand.
yeah, so that's the wrong side, right?
Yeah. But here, you can even hear it sounds different. There's the left. Ugh. It's like sharper. You can hear it versus just tapping instead of it's the edges that'll touch. But for some reason, I guess if the pressure, I don't know. Yeah.
Life's weird.
Life's weird,
That's
bro.
fucking weird.
Scissors, pens.
So back to left-handed
Yes.
people. Do you using your utensils for food, you cut with your left side? You left hand?
Yeah, I eat with the fork and stuff with my left hand.
Okay,
But
that drives me nuts. That gives me anxiety because you're telling me I want to do it your way, right? So you pinch and then you cut.
right hand holding, left hand.
That's what I'm doing
cutting.
here.
Yeah.
Okay, so but you can't grab your fork with the right and eat. You have to
Oh,
switch.
yeah. No,
Switch hands?
I could sometimes if I'm trying to be proper with manners, yeah, I can
Because-
just cut and then do
Because
this.
I've seen so many people, Justin, and I don't think I ever brought this up to him. I think Justin stabs like this, like the fork. He doesn't. I grab it like this,
Yeah.
right?
With the fork upside down, kind of curved down.
But
yeah.
he
He like stabs it like a
I think he stabs it
Neanderthal.
like, yeah.
Like a farmer.
Yeah. And then him and our assistant, they cut with
And
the
then
right.
switch.
And then they put the knife down, they switch hands, and then they eat. I'm like, hey, listen, dude,
slows
it's
down.
not like you don't have to be a scientist to just now that you have it pinned down and cut it, just do this.
Yeah.
She's like, it's just not.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I mean, that's like etiquette. Like, that's manners. You're supposed to do that instead of switching it back and forth. And you're only supposed
That's
to.
manners?
Yeah, and
Sounds
you're only
overrated.
supposed to cut what you're going to eat. You don't like if you had a steak,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to cut it in a bunch of pieces and then eat it.
Yeah,
you're
'cause you're
supposed
not
to
a
eat
child.
one. Yeah, one. At
Well, you do it?
no,
You laugh too hard.
he like has these giant pieces that'll put in his mouth, and I'm like, you're gonna choke, and I'm just gonna sit here and watch you die.
It's the best steak you ever had.
It's been a while, but I can't. I've never been to Ruth's Chris. I need to try that place.
That steak place we went to in Vegas for my birthday one year.
Oh, what was
I
that?
was fucking. Oh, I
It
can't
was
remember the name.
in New York, New York.
It was so good.
I can't remember the name of it though. It was good food though.
Mashed potatoes and just,
Oh, that sounds good.
yeah.
good.
Asparagus.
Yeah, asparagus,
Yeah.
mashed potatoes.
I'm so picky with steak. Too many people fuck it up.
Yeah.
They overcook it,
Unfortunately, yeah.
or just
And I was
even steak places like I mean, they might be chain places,
Yeah.
but they're known for steak. I'm all like Sizzlers or something. I'm all,
That's not
ugh,
it.
no.
Dude, I say this to Justin a couple of weeks ago, and I will say it again. Yes, last night I went to see Dre play at Sue's, right? There was no
Okay.
fight nights. They just booked him, whatever. Because where I live now I take 90th all the way down to State, and then go over, right? This is the second, in the last 3 weeks, this is the second Saturday that I drive by Sizzler on 90th and State. This place is packed.
I know.
It's all like geriatric people though. They're
Oh,
all like
I just-
90-year-olds.
I
you-
hate
you-
chain
You
places.
guys are not Sizzler people?
No.
No. I don't think we've ever been there as a family.
I think we did once for someone's birthday
Okay.
in,
Yo,
in Bountiful.
steak? Oh, you can eat shrimp?
I'm not saying there's a bad thing about it. We in high
If
school
I'm
we used to
spending
always
that
eat shrimp.
money-
It's just
Yeah.
not one of those places you go, let's go to Sizzler.
No.
Right? Like
Right.
if you're attending somebody's birthday, it's like, oh, I guess we're going to Sizzler.
Like growing up, that's the only place we went to. 'Cause the only place in Bountiful was Sizzler, so we'd go there all the time. Like now, it's like I'm good. I don't know where a Sizzler is, to be honest.
I'm telling you, Justin asked me, is
on
there
90th though.
On 90th.
Justin asked me, is there one? Do you know? I'm like, the one on 90th. And I'm like, and I just drove by. It's packed. But it's probably people in their 90s,
It
right?
has to be. The salad bar, all you can eat shrimp. The Malibu chicken. They got this thing going on.
I've been talking about food so much in this episode. I had Matt, who was my trainer. He's a nutritionist and fitness guy, whatever. And we started talking about what's the best Diet Coke out there. Are you a Diet Coke drinker?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Like, okay. Diet Coke is Diet Coke, so what are you trying to say? Like the flavor that
Yeah.
goes in it?
I know what you're saying. I've seen the TikToks about people.
You
trying
agree
to-
with this?
Diet
Or
Coke is
do you
Diet
mean
Coke?
where it comes from? Like a McDonald's Diet
Yeah,
Coke
yeah.
versus I don't drink it enough to be able to tell.
Okay.
But we have stopped specifically at McDonald's for their Diet Coke.
Okay,
before.
there has been times
You guys
that
are the fourth
Yeah.
persons that say McDonald's.
Yeah.
Because that's what Matt say.
Well,
and I was
it's
talking to
$1.
Dre last night, and,
Any size you
Dre's
want.
like, McDonald's.
There's a TikTok out there that says this gal has like a can, a bottle, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, and one other one.
And that's all the straws out of the cardboard box, and
And
she's
she's
trying
sipping,
them.
and she guesses all 5 of them where they're
That's
from.
Uh-huh.
She's like, that one's terrible. That's the bottle for sure. She's like, oh, that one's the can. And she's like, oh, that one's good. That one's McDonald's. And sure as shit, she got it right.
To me, it's Chili's.
Chili's?
Chili?
For
Chili's?
some reason, Chili's Diet Coke is like, give me that
Really?
shit. Yeah, like put it in
We
my
don't even go to
veins.
Chili's enough. I think we've been to Chili's once in a year.
That triple dipper at Chili's, though.
Oh, dude, it's
So
fire,
good,
dude.
you
The fajitas are good too.
Yeah. So
And,
there's
the
your
chips,
bro
the
dates.
chips and salsa,
Yeah.
those are fire too. Here's where I'm coming with this. Too much fucking food. In this
I
episode.
know, I'm hungry right
In this
now.
episode, I was talking to Matt. Matt said McDonald's Diet Coke. I said, for me, it's Chili's. We finished the episode. I'm like, dude, let's fucking go to Chili's. And he's like, all right, dude, let's do it. And then we went to the one. Well, I won't say, whatever. But we got there, and we sat down. The kid comes in. He goes, hey, can I get you anything to drink? And I go, can I just have a Diet Coke? He goes, yeah. And then Matt stood up to go to the bathroom, and he says, let me have a Coke Zero. The kid's like, all right, yeah, I'll get it started, and then, come back and take your guys' order. He goes to the bathroom. The kid goes away, comes back, gives me my Diet Coke, pulls out his Coke Zero, and it looks like Sprite. And I go, what's that? And he goes, Coke Zero.
What?
And all I can think of is like, yo, how long have you been working here?
Yeah.
And if you're a new guy, they shouldn't just leave you alone. You should have like a chaperone or whatever. And I'm like, that's not Coke Zero. He goes, yeah, it is. I said, I don't know if your machine is running out or whatever. I was like, but that's not. I'm like, it should be
That
this.
just looks like carbonation.
It should be this same color. And he was like mind blown. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Right when he turns around to go return it, Matt comes back and he goes, I said, Matt, that's your fucking Coke Zero. Matt's like, that's not Coke Zero. Matt's like, whatever, just give me a Diet Coke. Brings the Diet Coke, takes it like shit.
Diet Coke did?
Diet Coke.
So there must have been something going on with their
syrup was
syrup.
off.
So yeah, dude, I was so pissed. Then we ordered chips and salsa. This kid comes in and drops it into the table, and he goes, here's your chips and salsa, and he puts it in the middle of us, and he goes, yummy. I'm looking at Matt. Matt's like, trying not to laugh. This kid's like, yummy. This looks delicious, guys. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
Eat some food.
We ordered food. I think Matt's chicken was like pink.
Oh.
Yeah, he had like the fajita, and then the fajita trio, and his shit was pink. And then then I finished my shit, and then I asked the kid, I'm like, hey, can we have more chips and salsa? Yeah, absolutely. Because there's free. Once you buy one, the rest of them are free. Comes back with the thing of chips, and he goes, we just run out of salsa. I was like, how the
Jesus
fuck do you
Christ.
just
Okay,
run out of
how long-
salsa?
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
This is
Like a couple weeks?
2 weeks ago? Yeah.
Okay, so here's my brain sitting here listening to the story. I was like, guess what? School's just back in session, like college and high school and stuff. So I bet they just ran out, like their typical staff that's working for the summer earning money is probably a big turnover.
That's it.
And that's like where my brain goes. And I was like, why would it be
You're
so
such a teacher.
shitty? Why would it be so shitty? Yeah,
You're
like
such a
I'm just-
professor.
well, because you got it's one thing to fuck up one thing.
Yeah.
But this is obviously
Yeah, I do. We had
something that was
that kid had
happening.
like 4 or 5 strikes with us.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and then
So what did you tip him? That's the question.
I think I gave him like $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but also it's like, is it really his fault?
I don't know.
Like if you
There's
run
a
out of
couple
if you
things.
run out of salsa, is that really? He's not the one who's ordering it.
Yummy. That's his fault.
That's his fault.
He was probably eating it in the back, and he's like, "Oh fuck, I just finished off the
I
salsa."
said that story to Dre last night. Dre's like, dude, the minute he says that, I would have walked out the door. Then Matt was like, hey, since you don't have salsa, can we get like avocados, like, or not
queso,
Guac or
guacamole or whatever? He goes, yeah, absolutely. And then he brought like a cheese dip and then guacamole, and he's like, hey guys, this is on the house because you know what? I was like, oh cool, thanks.
It's still on your.
Try it out. It's garbage. It's like, what the fuck, man? Like I just talked all the shit about you guys, and
Yeah.
good
Chili's
shit.
hit and miss, man. It's hit and miss.
but
I
it's
think-
never been the one by where I used to live.
Okay.
That one
gotcha.
was. Every time I go there, I'm like, oh, I have a.
There's a couple places that we'll like love, and then it just like once it's one bad time, we won't go. I cannot go to. I almost said In-N-Out. I still love In-N-Out. What's the other burger? Red Robin.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think I ever.
just so disappointed the last few times, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it again. Maybe it was that one fluke, and I was like, nope. And now I refuse to go. As soon as the kids say like, oh, Red Robin, I was like, no.
You know who does that for us? My mom's husband, because he's a chef.
Oh.
So we'll go somewhere, and then we're like, oh, remember that place that we? And he would say like, oh yeah, the meat was dry. Yeah, they just don't know how to. And then we're like, well, he just fucked that place for
ruined
us.
that for
Like,
us.
yeah, we're not going back. I guess. God damn it.
With me, it's all about price. Because I'm a cheap ass accountant.
Yeah,
that's
So it's
right.
I'm not
that's
spending that much money, especially because we have a family of 5. So by
Yeah.
the time we were paying for everyone, I was like, to have mediocre service or mediocre
Yeah,
food.
that's right.
We were just talking about this because we were up in my family's cabin. My mom cooked, and I was like, man, I just like breakfast just didn't hit it. Like something I ate, and I was like, well, can't do it. I didn't eat the rest of the breakfast. And he's like, I think I've just gotten used to your cooking. You paid me a very sweet compliment. You said I'm a good cook.
Yeah.
I'm a mad scientist in the kitchen. I don't follow any recipe. I just kind of like listen to my ancestors kind of thing. And it always turns out really
It's always
good.
got flavor to it. It's like
Lots of
your
flavor.
left hand says.
for real.
Yeah, so I just maybe I'm just picky now because I can make it better.
Yeah.
So when I go out, if you can't have your food as good or if not better than me, then I'm paying someone else to cook. I'm never going there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
One place I used to love was Five Guys. I used to love going there, but it's so expensive to go to Five Guys.
Yeah, dude.
For what you get.
Yeah.
It's like
Especially, I used to go there for, like, when I was, like, hardcore dieting, because you can have, like, that protein, whatever, like, wrapped in lettuce. Yep. And I just had
you can
one.
get that at In-N-Out too.
Yeah, and I just had one at, so JCW's,
Okay.
he's the one you can have a triple patty wrapped in
Oh,
lettuce.
nice.
Oh, dude.
Right on.
So good.
Yeah. What was the other? Well, you're talking about food. I'm going to shit on everybody's restaurants in Utah
great.
right now. No sponsorship
Sorry,
for you. What's the one burger or not burger hot dog place that everyone's like hot dogs?
J
hot dogs.
Dogs.
Oh my God, have you had J Dogs? Don't ever have them.
I thought we were going to say we got to go.
Blown out of proportion, and I was like, I could have had a Costco hot dog for a fraction of the price and 10 times the taste. Like, they were just not
People are
good.
gonna hate this episode.
Oh,
so
they
bad.
are. Yeah, they can just, you
That
can at
Mariah
me all
bitch
you
and her hot
want.
dogs hating.
Dude,
If I put meat in my mouth, I don't like it. Oh, you're going to hear about it.
Costco, every time I go to Costco, I got to come up with a chicken bake.
Those things are so good.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude. They're so
Yeah,
good.
so good. Chicken bakes. Oh, how could you go for one right now? I'm starving.
Our daughter was saying she wants to go to Costco just for the samples and then get the strawberry smoothie at the end.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
yeah, that sounds like a fun little just go around.
you go eat for free,
For
basically.
real. For real.
Just keep coming back.
It's our meal.
I wanted to talk about this before we started talking about food.
Yeah.
So you got into bikes,
Yes.
and now you want to take it to the next level. That's crazy. Oh, we
I
can
want
talk about this?
No, we can talk about whatever we
Can't
want
talk
to.
about this.
We're adults. We can talk about this.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
go ahead. No, you told me.
Go ahead, Angel. Stir shit up in my
I
marriage.
fucked that. Let's not say that. Let's not then.
Okay, so this is me like kind of just making the selfish choices. And I have been reminded that they are selfish choices. So that's where
We've come to a compromise that she's got a bike. She's riding the bike. She's going out tomorrow night with some girls that she's met to ride the bike and do her thing. And I'm just going along. I'm like, okay, it's something she's got to get out of her system. She's having a good time. Like, go ride, have a good time. There's like certain parameters we've set down, like you gotta wear a helmet with Bluetooth speakers. You know, this. Like, there's like 3 rules that I laid out.
Yeah. I mean, and they're all common sense.
How many
They're all-
girls?
No, you may not meet up with us,
God
Angel.
damn it!
No.
I just got stuck in girls.
Because that was another one of our rules. Like, I can't ride with single guys. And which I get it.
I think it's a fair. She could ride with you because I trust you,
Yeah.
like Brady and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean like on the same bike?
No,
No,
Wait, okay.
just
Like,
out
okay.
out and about kind of thing. And so
like, you know, like
I,
a Facebook group, like, oh, who wants to go on a ride? And like, it's like 15,
Oh yeah, fuck that.
30-year-olds.
You
oh,
can't-
I
yeah,
go
did
on a
that.
ride.
I
Yeah.
said, hey, I'm looking for a bunch of girlies who want to do like a consistent Sunday ride.
Yeah.
30 friend requests from men. I don't know who the fuck you are. I'm not like they're all just
Yeah.
ignored kind of thing. But like and so I get it. I understand. And so I was like, hey, so I've kind of got a little bit of a group of girlies that go out, and I don't want to sit there and fend off people, and
Yeah,
I want to
for
fucking
sure.
ride.
Yeah,
I'm not
for sure.
there to
right.
for attention.
Yeah.
I can do so many other things for attention.
So many,
So many other things. if I
so
wanted.
many good things.
I can cook
This
for
is
any
for me.
motherfucker.
This is for me, not for other people, is really what it comes down to.
You got a bullet bike.
I did. I got a Ninja 500. Because I want to take it to the track. This is the next thing.
This
and
is
so
the next
he
argument.
said,
That's what I wanted to. That's what I meant. I didn't mean any of the groups and shit. I wanted like
No.
the fact that you want to raise. It's
Yeah.
like it's crazy to me.
So to hear you say,
But then
I'm going to
again-
let her get it out of her system. And I was like, oh,
So here's the thing.
But then again, I've been talking about this since we started this podcast.
Yeah.
I speed has never been a thing for me. Never. Maybe heroin, but not speed. No, it's never. In a car, in a bike, never. So I think it's because I see kind of like, because you just started riding, right?
April.
And by all means, you, for all I know, you already ridden more than I have. But the fact that you just started and then it's like, I want to go race. I'm like, jeez. In my head, I go, fuck.
Thank
okay.
you, Angel. Thank you.
But
Yeah, you guys go out on your dinner
I just
date.
want to throw. But I just want to throw it out
No,
there. It's
yeah.
because speed is not my thing.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Speed has always been my thing.
See.
See, speed, like, that is the thing that
You want another one?
Yeah.
I think that
Surprise me.
surprise you. So no, it's always like I married a very risk adverse person,
Facts.
and I feel like it's just kind of built up over the years, and now it's coming out, and it's
We've also had like little kids up until this point too. where
yeah.
It's
So it's,
like, so now it's like the kids a little bit older.
I mean, in theory, if something truly awful happened to me, my kids are gonna be. I mean, granted, not having a parent that fucking sucks, but it's not like they're not self-sufficient or they can't.
We are increasing life insurance. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
So
So make sure till that passes through before this goes live, because they can't take it away.
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess I should have checked in with you guys before I brought this up. It's just,
You're good.
It's just the racing. That's where I went.
It is so much
okay.
safer on the track than on the street.
Are you
say
racing?
that
Are you?
until you? I've started doing some research on this.
You want to call it on your bullshit?
So you think it's safer on the track, but there's no. You're right. There's no other vehicles you got to worry about other than the other bikes.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna ask. Sorry to interrupt.
Good.
When you're racing, are you racing against your own time, yourself, or like more motorcycles?
I mean, there's like different circuits, you know, you're like, for me, it's just pushing the limits for myself.
Okay.
I am not going to be like, people have been riding for years and years and years and probably have hundreds of thousands of dollars to throw at
Just
it,
kick me around the throat. Anyway.
you know, and I don't. And so it's really just to kind of like scratch an itch in a safer environment.
Yeah.
We're just come to a compromise on this motorcycle thing, and I think we'll get there. So
I apologize.
Our compromise is,
the compromise is she's already got one.
yeah, our compromise usually looks like, okay, I'll bend. Fuck you, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. Like, yeah. So that's just relationships.
Yep. Yup.
I should just not say anything. Just leave it awkward like this.
So about
Just
those
kidding.
restaurants,
No, it's all good. We've had
No,
this conversation numerous
we
times.
really
Yeah.
have.
Our son wants to get into motorcycles and stuff like that too. And like,
Oh, nice. But like
I don't have a problem with it.
like street motorcycles or like
Yeah,
like
like street bikes.
motocross. Okay.
He's like, I want to race too. I was like, yeah, guys are stupid.
Yeah.
Like, we'll cross that bridge when we
You're
have
like
to.
fuck you, Mariah.
Like in reality, again, like I'm going instantly to like the cheap
Yeah.
ass side. I'm an accountant. I want to see where the numbers are coming from. It's like, okay, so we got to buy a trailer for $10,000. We got to do this for
That's
this. We got to do
right,
this and this and this. I'm like, I don't see it happening anytime soon. So I'm just gonna wait until I'll have the argument. I need to have the argument, but until then, I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
good for now. So
So if anyone wants to fund this adventure, you can donate at.
Maybe you should grab all those fucking followers and be like, hey, I want to start my racing career. You should fucking. I was gonna bring the bike, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, she's not riding.
you should have. I could have drove the car by myself. You're one of the few guys she can ride with. So yeah, might as well have done it.
Which I don't ride basically at all. Every now and then I get into that, like, should I get rid of it? But it's paid for.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah. It's like,
keep
whatever.
it
Yeah.
for sure.
And then other times I go, I should get me like a new bike. But then I go,
They're so
barely ride my own.
expensive.
Yeah. And I just told this story to some of my friends. I met one of my neighbors, and he also has a Harley in his garage. He also always has his garage open. He's working on something. And so I went and I talked to him just because I've been trying to go above and beyond and be like, hey, what's up? You
I'm
know,
your neighbor.
I live here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he came into the house and into the garage, and he was like, oh, I think I saw you riding your bike in. I'm like, oh, yeah. So we started talking about what bike I have. Walks in the garage and sees it. Oh shit, dude! And he's like, "You mind if I take a picture of it?" I'm like, "Sure." My bike is not looks good, but it's not like pristine or anything. He's just like, "Oh, it looks so good, man! It's so badass." And I'm just like,
He's gonna have to
"Hey,
steal
dude!"
your
And then
bike.
he's like, "Dude, when you want to ride, just let me know." And that's where the joke with all my friends want me to go ride with them, right? And I never go. So it's in my head. I'm like, "Well, get in line." You know,
Get in line.
ride with you. But.
Hey, episode 300. It's a bike meet, right?
Oh yeah. Speaking of,
Oh.
Justin. So Justin just bought his house.
I saw you sold his house
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Where's
So,
his new place?
Where did he put it on Facebook?
I saw that his wife posted it on Facebook, and he was tagged.
I can't get into my Facebook. It's blocked.
That sucks.
Fucking pisses me off because I got a bunch of pictures there that I don't have anywhere else.
Oh.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I saw that he moved. That's awesome.
Yeah. So he ended up. I think so. We're not working tomorrow. We come back on Tuesday. He's coming back on Wednesday because he's taking. He took basically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Moving and kids.
Moving
and, yeah.
sucks.
It fucking stinks, dude. I did it all by myself.
Yeah.
Fucking hated it.
I can't believe you did it by yourself.
And somebody asked me, well, how come you never asked? I'm like, because I don't like when people ask me to help them move. So
You're
if you
at
would have
the
offered it,
ages
I would have said, yeah,
too-
for sure.
Yeah, like,
It's a young man's game, dude.
yeah,
Moving.
you fucking
It's
throw
like,
out your back, moving your friend's couch, and you're like, fuck that friend. You
Well,
know?
Brian ended up, when I was moving my shit out of Brian's house, he ended up moving some of his stuff that he had left there. And I guess there's a place called College Movers.
Okay, yeah.
And there's just kids that they work out after school or whatever. And then I don't know if it belongs to a company or whatever, but you get a hold of them. And then they send you as many kids as you want. And then basically
Yeah.
they just
And all your
take,
shit's going missing. I'm just kidding.
They take your shit.
They take your shit,
They take
literally.
they take your
Oh,
shit
that's
out. They
cool.
loaded it for you. And
Did you guys use them?
yeah, he used them. He paid him
Did
like.
you use them? Or
Oh, no. Fuck,
you-
no.
See, when we move, which will be someday,
Wait.
talk about that later. But I'm hiring the movers. Like I am not.
Yeah.
I'm not moving myself. Into it.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure, dude. And then my fucking townhome, which you guys gotta come to.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
It's a 3-story townhome.
Oh, so all the stairs.
So when I was carrying my fucking boxes of shoes
Oh, for
from
sure.
my truck in the garage all the way to the third floor, because you can only have so many, so you
Yep.
can see, right? So I'm like this, all the way to the third floor. I was like, fuck. And then obviously, 13 fucking rounds just keep coming
It would
back.
have been worth the $2,000 to pay someone, dude.
Did I tell you I lost a box of shoes?
No. How?
So
What size are you, by the way?
10 and a half.
Damn it.
Oh.
I did one trip with just shoes. That's how pathetic it is. So I fell out. It was 4 across the bed of my truck and 3 high.
Okay.
And I think I jammed one on the like sideways, and then I put some in my front seat and in the back seat, which is as much as I could. And I still had to go 2 rounds with just shoes.
Jeez.
I know, stupid. I get home and I noticed that because they were all even, right? And there's one box missing.
Like it flew out of the bed of your
no.
truck?
Yeah. So then I'm like,
Oh. Which
fuck
ones
me.
were
And then I'm like,
they?
did I put it there? Did I move it? And I'm starting to look. I'm like, but as pathetic as it sounds, obviously I don't know which fucking shoe.
You don't know what shoes they are. Yeah.
They are. So then Justin asked me.
You
he said,
haven't named each pair, and you're like,
no,
Susan.
I don't even know what they're called. Like I literally, I see a pair of shoes, I like them, I buy them. I have no idea what they're called.
Yeah.
Wear them once, you're good to go.
So when when Brian is like, hey, did you get those fucking low dunks, the fucking this and that? I'm like, I don't know what they are. He's like, this ones. I'm like, oh yeah, I have them. Like that's how dumb I am. But
You know all your shoe names too.
The thing with me is I get all the same kind of shoes, just different colors.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
So
So I make it home, and I started asking like, what the fuck what happened? And I bring it up to Justin. Justin's like, well, do you know what pair? I was like, absolutely not. He's like, well, I guess that's a good problem to have.
yeah.
It was until I brought it up to my mom. My mom is like, what? How do you get home? I'm like, well, I take Mountain View corridors. She goes, where do you get up on Mountain View? I'm like 45th or 41st. And she's like, I'll drive it to my house and then I'll see it. I'm like, whatever. Calls me back. There's a box. Looks just like one of your boxes. You gotta go check it out. It's like right in between 41st and 47th or whatever it is. 54. And it's like, but it's right as soon as you get in there. There's like right next to the concrete wall. There's a box. You gotta go look at it. I was like, okay. And another thing is, if I went to my house and I dropped the box, I can't just turn around and come back because I have to take the other road.
Right.
And so I have to do this and then all the way back. I mean,
extends the drive. Yeah, sure.
And diesel is not cheap. Whatever. So my mom says, you gotta go see it. It's right there. I'm okay. And I'll be honest. It took me like 2 days. I think I drove by. I was like, oh yeah, that does look like. But I had like a whole load.
Yeah.
I was like, whatever. And then the next day I stopped and it was one of my boxes.
Was it?
And the only reason why I knew what shoes they were is because they had the extra shoelaces that I didn't wear, that I didn't put on them. I left them in the box like I usually do.
Yeah.
And they just put the shoes in the box and closed the box. So they took the shoes.
Someone took the shoes?
Yeah.
And they left the box?
Shoes disappeared. Well, the box was destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
But the extra shoelaces, they left them there. They were the, like the Phillies, the baseball.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Work. Anyway. So, yeah, that's like the only reason why I found out that those were the shoes that I was missing.
Got it.
But yeah, taking those shoes upstairs all the way to the third floor.
Oh, pain in the ass. How many shoes do you have?
I haven't counted them, but I think I'm probably close to. I usually never say it. Probably close to 90.
Any pairs?
Oh, psh.
I've got this guy that works at 200 pairs of shoes. I'm like, dude,
That's crazy.
you don't wear them all.
Yeah.
Like, go sell them or do something. Like, you can legit have. But I get the point of having them because I don't have 90 pairs of shoes, but I got a good chunk of shoes.
Yeah.
I wear like 5 of them.
There's still, obviously there will always be a pair that I want to get, right?
For sure.
I still have a shit on like my wish list or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do get to that point when I go, what the fuck? Like, if I keep going, like, what's going to happen? What's the end result on this?
Do you wear them to work?
Yeah.
Now that you got an office job, you can, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I do wear mine.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
There is no end result. It is the joy you get.
It's like
your hobby.
like the pair that I have right now. Last time I wore them was probably a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So it's not that. But it's the fact that when do I stop?
Yeah.
Like now that I bought a home, and now I got that bill,
Right.
plus HOA and all the fucking things that come with it. Now I'm kind of like,
Now they become a luxury item, right?
yeah.
It's like, instead of going out to eat this time, I'm going to go buy a new pair of shoes.
yeah. So now I've slowed down a lot, but I think the last pair I got was about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But where I'm at right now, they already take over one room.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, well, if I keep doing this, like, they're not gonna fit in one room. So now then, what do I do? I don't know.
Like, I messaged you one day and said, where do you get your shoes from?
Yeah.
Like, I keep on looking at those sites. I want to get a couple pair of Kobe's,
Oh yeah,
but it's like trying to find the right pair and the right price. It's a nightmare.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't ever buy him like I when I try to get him is when they come out, when they drop.
yeah.
That's when I'm like, oh, I'm totally going for this. Other than that, like if you go to StockX, like yeah, you can get whatever you want, but I just
Paying
go,
for it.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to go get us a couple of drinks since we're talking about shoes? You're just sitting there like whatever, dude. Can we talk about bikes
Like,
again?
why are we here?
I was thinking about food.
If it wasn't because Brian is supposed to meet me at the house, I'll go eat.
Fucking Brian. Fucking up our plans.
He's coming to see the house.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Fun.
We can check it out for sure.
He's like, you got to let me know. What did he say? I gotta go there twice at least. One with everybody, all the kids and shit, and one just me. And I'm like, okay. But we're thinking about like having a drink and then smoking a cigar.
Right on.
Because I have a balcony.
Nice.
I bought you cigars and you have not smoked one yet.
fuck,
I know,
man?
I need to smoke them.
So have a cigar guy night.
Hell yeah. Justin is a cigar.
Doors
Really?
open, dicks out, guys.
Well, let's not get extreme.
Well, Justin he's going to be closer to you.
Yeah, he's gonna be up
Yeah.
north, right?
Yeah. Where is he going to?
We were talking
West
on the way
Point, I
down.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where he's going, but we were talking on the way down. I told Mariah he sold his house and said we're trying to figure it up north somewhere.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's fine.
It's a big house.
Is
I'm
it?
happy for him, yeah.
Good for him.
I mean, did you guys go to his house?
No, I saw pictures of it online. Just the pictures posted on
It's
Facebook.
a tiny home. But he remodeled everything.
It looks really
in
nice
there.
from the
That's
outside.
awesome.
Everything
It looked
in there.
Really nice.
I look at him and talking about in the office. I'm like, man, your fucking wife is lucky to have you. He's like, right? Because he did. You're talking about carpet, flooring, walls, electrical, plumbing. Like he did it all.
Wow.
He's like, God damn. Dude. He's like, dude, I put this much money into the house. I probably saved this much because I did it.
Good for him. I can't do that shit.
I can't do that.
I'm
shit,
not handy
dude.
at all.
Yeah, I hate it.
Thumbtack's my best friend.
Yeah.
I love that place or that site. Sprinklers are broken. Thumbtack.
I was just talking about this to somebody. I'm like, fuck, I don't, because they were talking about like my love life or whatever. I'm like, I just don't have anything that I can offer. I'm not a manly guy. I'm sorry to say, but no, I'm not.
You offer
Like,
other
I can't.
things.
I can fix your car.
You offer
I
other
think
things.
we talked about that too, because you apologized because we were over at friend's house.
Apologize.
I did. I'm like, 'cause, like my friends are like super handy. Like,
Yeah.
all of them. Like,
Yeah.
They fix their own cars. They change their own oils.
Yeah.
They,
Every single one of my
do all
friends.
this, I'm like, sorry. I'm like, are you attracted like to me? Because I don't do any of this shit. That,
Right.
Like, they
And
can
he's
do.
like, "Sorry, I can't do." I'm like, I'm not as attractive because and I was like, "Hold the fucking phone." I love having friends that are handy that I can be like, "Hey, my Jeep's doing this,
Yeah,
whatever." Like, hey, and then I trade. I'll either watch their kids or whatever. You know, like it's friends, right?
Yeah.
You're not just using people. And I was like, it's not that I'm like, damn, you and your drill and screwdriver. Like, no, not at all. Like, it's not like it is an attractive thing. That 10 key, babe. Watching your fingers do that 10
magic
key.
fingers.
I don't think
The way
like
you do numbers, goddamn.
like someone's skill set. I don't know if I've ever said like that's attractive or that's not attractive or this is like higher ranking because of like their skill set.
Fair
I don't
enough.
think I've ever had those thoughts.
Fair enough.
It's convenient. It's nice.
It is nice.
It's
I
a
mean,
perk. But so is like someone who can eat a mean pussy too.
someone who
That's a
do their
perk.
Someone who can do their taxes.
Dude, every single one of my friends, dude, they just have it. They
That's
just
awesome.
they just put together. My friend Dan, who I've had here, they moved into his house in Grantsville, and then I go to his house one day, and he has one of those wooden beach chairs.
Okay.
that
Adirondack chairs?
Adirondack.
Or Adirondack chairs, yeah.
I guess.
I know what you're talking about.
But it's huge.
Okay.
So when you sit there, like the arm hands are like here. I mean, it's and it's purple.
Like a novelty
and it's
chair or
huge,
what?
It's like it's for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He built it like he's like, why not?
Yeah.
And you sit in this thing and you feel this small because the chair
It's
is
huge.
and it's purple and it's in the front and it's in the front of the house. So everybody's like, oh, the house with the purple chair. It's just like, why not?
Yeah, 'cause I get some time on my hands. And
Like,
got a free Saturday.
God
we could purple
damn
chair.
it! And then I was just doing construction. Like every now and then, I'm like, I wish I did like welding that I can put
Yeah.
shit together. You know what I did?
we're trying to
You
get our
wanna see
son
how
to
stupid
stuff.
I am? You want to see what I took lessons? It's gonna make me look like a bitch. You know what I took lessons on when I was in Mexico?
What's that?
Painting ceramic.
Really?
Awesome.
And I'll tell you, yeah, it's funny because I do like it. Until this day,
Yeah.
I do like it. I have a couple pieces that I haven't painted. But when I started doing that in Mexico, like I started painting like statues and like little houses and stuff, and I sold a shit ton of them
Wow.
to people in church because of my grandma, my mom's friends, and everybody. Like I made a bunch of them
Yeah.
and just sold them.
Nice.
But yeah, I was more of a happy little mistakes. You know what I mean? Instead of putting a fucking engine together or whatever.
Yeah, well, everyone has their skill set and everyone has their interests and what can capture their like attention and excitement. And I think like there's no one that's more valuable than the other. I really, really think that. Like, so our kids are all very vastly different too.
Yeah.
And we're trying to make sure that we are allowing them to let that grow and bloom what's interested in. And our oldest son is like fuck school. All, you know, I want to move my
real.
body. I'm handy. And he's just like enthralled with that. And so I'm like, so you want to learn how to do some welding? Here, I'll pay for your classes. You know, like go
Yeah,
do
for
that.
sure.
Plus, it's nice. And so I'm like trying to convince my youngest to be a massage therapist because that's what mom wants.
Let's
like,
not do that.
I just need someone. to
Let's
rub
not
my
do
back.
that.
Let's not do it. She's gonna be like a doctor.
No,
she's so freaking smart.
She's smart and she is scary. She's gonna.
She'll rule the
she's
world.
terrible.
I was
me.
giving her so much shit when we went to the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she was scowling too. Yeah, and she'll dish it right back. Like it doesn't bother her.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
She's not easily intimidated.
Yeah, I guess it's not the. Like if a hot chick's car breaks down in the middle of the road, I can't just pull over and be like, open the hood, and then just be like, all right, try it now, and then it's just like, oh my god,
How often does that
yeah,
happen?
can
anyway?
I prepay you with something?
you're
Is that what you
42
wanna have?
years,
Have a
how
cup
often
of
does that
coffee?
happen?
Yeah, me, I'm like driving by, just want me to call you a tow truck?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, what
Exactly.
a bitch. Let's get the fuck out of here. You're never gonna get in my pants. To me, that's the difference. And it's funny. I just talked about this. It's like I really feel like I have nothing to offer.
I can relate to that. I totally can.
Yeah.
It's just a totally different thing. It's like
Yeah.
I offer a skill set that's completely different. It's like it's different than what a manual skill set is.
Yeah.
It's not something you can put on paper that I can offer.
It's hard to be measured. I can see
Yeah,
that.
it's
Yeah.
just it's different.
Yeah, I'm like,
So-
I can make you laugh.
I got a question for you. Do you have like what are your hobbies? Because you and I are the same age. What hobbies do you have?
57.
Yeah, we're 59.
My hobbies.
Besides buying shoes.
What do you do on your spare time?
I like to hang out with friends. That's always been my thing. I don't have a thing for me per se. I mean, this has been one, right?
Right.
Obviously,
I
yeah,
do
the
this for me. But other than that, I like to be surrounded by my friends. That's like my favorite thing to do.
See, I love that.
And it's impossible because 99.9 of my friends have kids.
Right.
And the left, you know what's left. It's like one of my best friends. He's the one who painted those. He's
That's awesome.
he's older than me by like.
Did you paint this?
No.
I'm just kidding. You're surreal.
My friend Dan gave me this. We just
That's
talked about
awesome.
that.
That's cute.
He's single. He's older than me. He's single, no kids. But every single time, I'm like, hey, do you want to go out? He's like, oh man, money. I was like,
Yeah.
you've been giving me that excuse for so many years.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking go hang out. But I also don't want to be the guy who's like, I'll buy everybody.
For
you know
real.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
For real.
I mean,
No,
carry
it's
your
like-
own weight.
We're getting to that point like where like our kids are getting older and it's like, man, I used to have a lot of hobbies. I used to be able to like I used to love playing sports.
Yeah.
Now I've gotten older and like my body doesn't like to play sports as much as like my mind does. I'm like, fuck, this used to
What
be
is
so
that
much
thing
fun.
that I sent you on Instagram?
The back?
Yeah. But what was the setup?
It's like this is us like 3 hours into a concert or
Yeah.
2 hours into a concert.
And like, there's a guy that's like this, and the other
Yeah.
one's bent over. Yeah, because we went and saw Advent Horizon.
Yeah.
And you and I were both like, oh,
I
fuck
was like, oh my
this.
Well, you
God.
had bleed though, didn't you?
I can't remember. I just
You
know
you were already hurt.
my back is just toast.
Yeah.
It's like we're sitting there listening to him like is this over yet?
Like the music was so good,
music
and I
was good. Like,
like,
they did a
like
good
really
job.
wanted to say it, but I was like, there are no fucking chairs, man.
Yeah,
Like
it
we're
fucking
standing.
sucks. That's like the only. That's the thing that sucks about
Being old.
having it. No, but like having your show be an all ages.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna get packed
For sure.
and obviously there's gonna be more people than chairs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There was.
even not, and those are my guys. I mean, obviously I love the guys to death, and they're super fucking talented, and I will go listen to them every fucking night.
I will pay extra for chairs. Just have two different prices, please.
Yeah.
Here's general admission. Here's your seating chart.
Yep. That's a good idea. But yeah, I same. I wanted to stay, but I'm like, and I'm sure they were gonna play, and then they were gonna take a break, and then
Right.
they were standing there. They were gonna come back. I mean, yeah, you guys just
Yeah.
went and sat down for a second. You know, you fucking
For sure.
pain.
No, listen, it's like, dude, we went to a concert the other night. I was like, if I would have had to stand the whole time, I would have made it through the concert. Like, went and sat down. Like, my boss stood the whole time, and he was like just doing his thing. But it was like me and Mariah went and sat down. I was like, if we didn't sit down, I would have been able to. I would have had to go.
Whose concert?
Jelly Roll?
Oh, did you guys go?
Yeah.
Is it at Delta?
It was. So my company's got a suite, so we went to this. We
nice.
stopped in the suite, so it was.
Hey, my company has a suite. Relax.
It was awesome, dude. Because we get free food, so it's like the food. And all
Yeah, I've
stuff.
been there.
It's awesome, huh? It's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Food is really good at the
the way
Delta
to go.
Center.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I have never been
I felt so
disappointed.
spoiled.
The first time that I went there, Justin was put to sign the bill,
Oh,
Okay.
you know, and because it's food that they bring to you, whether you
Eat it or not.
eat it
you
or
pay.
not, you're paying for it. He told me how much he signed for, and I'm like, "Are you shitting me?" He's like, "I'm like, fuck that."
Bring
dude."
your baggies in your pockets. I'm just kidding.
But you are in a suite.
yeah.
You know, you
Oh, yeah.
turn around, you go get food, you go get snacks, candies, fucking popcorn,
Yep.
sodas, beer,
drinks, yeah.
steak, fucking whatever.
I feel
It's
so.
nice.
I was so
It's
spoiled.
so nice.
So spoiled.
I will never go to like a concession line. Just walk past them to go to the suite, and I'm all peasants. I'm just kidding.
I don't know that far.
It does
No,
feel like
not
that.
at all. But like you do, you get spoiled. You
Yeah,
start
for
getting
sure.
really used
Yeah.
to it, and yeah.
No, when my company says, "Hey, do you want some jazz tickets?" I'm like, "Yep."
Yep. Sign me up.
I just
I
want
know
the
exactly.
dinner and nice entertainment and the
Yeah.
energy from anything live. Whatever performance is live, it's super
Because I
fun.
know exactly how it's gonna be. It's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Sit there. First of all, you got
Squishy
your own
chairs.
chair.
Yeah, that's
and
the-
you're surrounded by people you
You want to be with?
quote unquote work with.
Yeah.
Because there's some people that you don't know.
That's true.
But yeah, you sit there, you're like chatting and shit. Like both times that I've done this, obviously Justin and his family's there, so it's nice.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Good way to do it. Good way to
And
see the
also,
show.
obviously, you get excited with everybody else.
Yeah.
Because of the jazz or whatever. I miss Limp Bizkit. I want to go to Limp Bizkit so
it
bad.
was like what 2 weeks ago
Yeah.
at USANA or what
Mm.
used to be
I think
USANA.
it was Blink 182. I think I was pretty bummed missing. But
What's the USANA called now? Utah First.
it's USANA. I am
America,
so sick
America
of.
First Arena or something.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to pronounce.
Don't they
it.
have? So they have Rio Tinto too, right? Rio Tinto's not
America
Rio
First?
Tinto. Yeah.
Yeah, it's America First Field now.
Yeah. America First Field, America First Arena.
Yeah, so it's
Fuck out of here.
crazy.
Delta Center says, hold my fucking name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
I got like fucking.
Now
But
that-
he went from like 3 names and then he come back to the same.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a Delta Center again.
My mom's new hotel is like get a corner from the Delta Center.
new
She's
hotel?
like, guess who? Yeah, they built a hotel.
Okay.
Whatever it is, and she's like, guess who's in my? She just told me last weekend. Guess who was in my hotel? And I was like, who? Kanye West. I was like,
Oh, really?
First of all, fuck that guy. Also, that's cool, I guess. It's like whatever. Like every single person that so when there's like basketball teams and shit,
Yeah.
because it's basically across the street, that's where they go.
Nice.
My mom is, oh, they left this, they left that. I was like, oh. It's like whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she loves it. She loves being there.
That's cool.
I'm like, oh, you get to see some fucking cool people, I guess.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
But it's not like that though, because it's not like you can go and chat with them.
No, you're the help.
When I work,
I mean, yeah, they didn't.
this is how you look at the peasants. That's how they look.
Wow.
I am the help. I understand. Yes.
I've said this story before. I used to work at the Alta Club. You know who that is, or where that is?
The what? The what?
The Alta Club.
No.
Those glasses over there from the Alta Club.
Okay.
It's a private club for members. Only rich people.
Oh. Yeah, that's why I don't know it, because I'm a fucking peasant.
Belong in there. Well, I know because I used to work there, so I was a peasant too. So they every now and then, like somebody famous would come and stay at the place, and I got to talk to Diane Keaton.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but at the same time, we were told to not talk to her, do not even look at her. If you have to talk to her because you're serving her or whatever, then that's a different story. But don't go out of your way to go bother.
Yeah,
her.
go bother people. I understand that.
But I was just walking by, and we were in the hallway, and they changed the. I don't know if they do until today, but like they used to change the art like every month.
Okay.
Be like different art hanging on the walls, and she was just looking at it, and I was walking by. All I said was hi, and then she turned around and she started talking to me and said, "Hey, what is art? Where does it come from? What is this? What is that?" So I was like, "Oh, I don't know where it comes from, but they change it every month."
Yeah.
And but yeah, Diane Keaton.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Do you?
I know the name.
So you don't. Did you guys watch
What's
Deadpool?
the...
We haven't seen Deadpool
No,
yet.
not the most recent
Oh,
one.
what the fuck?
We don't.
Dude, this is the thing. Is like going to movies with like our five family members. It's like $100 venture.
But that's your guys' fault, dude.
It is. But we're almost like I said, we're almost at the tail end of that. Like the kids are getting older. It's like in like 6 years, be like, all right, fuckers, we're out of here.
How old's your oldest?
15.
15.
15, 13, 11.
Every 2 years, huh?
Yeah, so I'm telling you,
That's
5
how-
2
years.
years,
That's how-
2 weeks. They're all cancers.
That's how my stepkids are.
Yeah.
But I think they're at this point they're 25, 23, 21.
Gotcha.
Yeah, our youngest will be 21 when the Olympics come again, so that'll be
See how that
fun.
goes.
Are you gonna be the kind of parents that's like, hey, it's 18, motherfucker?
No.
No.
No?
they can stay as long as
If
they
they're fucking around, not doing, if they're like a society suck,
they can contribute somehow. They can stay in the house.
yeah.
Like going to school
But
or
if
got
they're
a
just
good
fucking
job,
around playing
trying to
video
save money.
games, being
See,
a gremlin in a basement, fuck no.
The way I had it with my mom was, you going to school, I'll pay for everything.
Yeah.
You decided not to be in school, go to work, so you gotta pay for your phone, your insurance,
Yeah.
and your vehicle, and your gas.
I think that's a necessity.
Absolutely.
I think they have
I'll
to.
give you a roof over your head if you're working
Yeah.
towards something.
Yeah, I'll still pay the bills, but you're paying your bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
For sure.
I'm not taking
like,
care of my kids.
Yeah, and like
all that
early,
stuff.
as soon as I started working, I said, well, fuck school.
Yeah.
Because I graduated in Mexico, right? So then I came here and I started taking like lessons and taking like all, going to school to like graduate or whatever. And then I started working and then I saw money and I'm like, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
school. But my mom is like, that's fine. But now your truck's on you, your phone's on you, your
Right.
insurance on you. I'll feed you,
For sure.
still live here. But
And I think it's a good way to look at it. 'Cause I think with our kids, like, I think we'll have to move at some point in time because they're going to get older. And like, I'd like to have like a basement apartment that they could come in and out of if they wanted to. But we're probably a few years away from that. But keep the current house rent as a rental. Like I think you and I have talked about that in the
Yeah.
past. So it's like just that's the plan.
yeah.
But get to that plan is the next step. So yeah, they got to pay for their shit. I think I always pay for my shit. I remember my dad sat me down when he's like, if you want a new car, you got to pay for the insurance and the car. I was like, what's insurance? I was like, I had no idea and how expensive it was too.
Yeah.
So it's like okay, but I think that's fair. They got to pay for all their shit if they're gonna be contributors to society.
Yeah. I just
And I think like having that like gradual, like, okay, my house, like I have a place to stay, but then now I'm paying some bills of my own. That's like a safety net. So if they have to go sell their car, they can, but they're at least not homeless now, you know,
Yeah.
and like, so they kind of slowly get used to like
Society.
adulthood,
yeah.
you know, and so like even just our oldest son, I make him call and like make his own doctor's appointments and his own like getting his hair cut, and it's fucking hilarious. He's like, what do I say? You know, because I'm all, there's going to be a point I'm not around and I don't want you 26 years old. What's my social security number, mom? You know, like I think that's
what?
shame on parents who allow their kids to just completely be.
At my 42 years of age, I have obviously my own way to do shit, right? Like
Yeah.
I have a filing cabinet. It's
Yeah.
all the shit, but it's
Yeah.
I know where stuff is or where it's not set up yet, but I know it's there and I know what I'm putting there and how I'm gonna put it. I still have things that I personally go, Mom, you keep this. And my mom, as my sister being in Arizona, my little brother still lives with her, and then me, she still has a file for every single one of us.
Yeah.
So when I go, can you take care of this? Can you save this for me? And she's like, all right, it's
Right.
going in your file. But then I'm like, hey mom, do you remember that thing? It's like, come here. Like my mom is so good at that.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, come here, and then grabs the fucking pipe, starts looking at it, and like, oh, right here it is. And I go,
Moms just know that stuff
Moms
though.
do.
fuck, moms are best.
I like it drives me fucking nuts when they're like, I can't find this. I'm all, you know, second drawer towards the back.
Yeah.
And they can't find it. And I'm like, walk over right here. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
And why do I know all this? And no one else does. And I don't want that responsibility.
I'm not as I realized this a few weeks ago. I'm not necessarily a clean freak. I'm more of an organized,
Yeah.
and not even a freak. I just know where my shit is.
I'm
Maybe
just
that's what it
systematic.
is because I'm the one that's
Like,
doing it.
Even when I was married, my ex-wife would say, "Hey," she's like, "Hey, listen, a pair of scissors." And I go,
Super specific.
I said,
Yeah,
I
know.
said, you can give them to me, or whatever. But if you don't, just know this: I'm gonna find them, and I'm
Like
gonna
where
put
I
them
want-
where
yeah.
they go. Because next time you ask me, They're going to be here.
I'm just a creature of habit. Like my shoes go in a certain spot in a certain order. My keys are always in a certain bowl. Like my wallet goes here. Like I don't lose shit.
Yeah.
So I know exactly where I put my own stuff. But like anything else, I'm like, Mariah, where's the cookie cutter?
I do that shit in my office. Like I know where my in my desk, which is like an L shape. I know where my water goes, where my fucking my book goes, where my paper that I'm writing on when I'm calling people. I know exactly what you're talking about.
For sure. Everyone's got their own system. It works for them.
And then someone comes in and is like, "Hey, by the way," you're like, "Don't move my shit."
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, it's like when you were helping put away groceries, and I was like, "Don't fucking do it," because if you put it away, and even if it's on the shelf, like on the same shelf that has like the same type of items, if it's on the like right side versus the left side, I will open it and be like, "Oh, we need more of this because we don't have it," and I'll order more. I was like, "Motherfucker, we have like 10 jars of sauce or whatever."
How much of that is OCD though?
A lot of it. OCD and ADD. It's a big combination of her.
It's so hard for me to lose control in the house. Like I remember the fight I had with internal fight I had allowing the kids to do their own laundry. Because I was working full time. I was going to school full time. It does not make sense for me to still now do my kids who absolutely can run a clothes washer and dryer and put it away. And just going into their room and seeing like piles of clothes. And I'm like, oh, but I couldn't just put them away. I had to fold them all very specific. I still fold your clothes because I have a very specific way I fold them. And he's like, "Can you do that?" And it's
I asked
fine.
like early on.
He washes. I fold them.
Do you want me to fold laundry? She's like, "No, you'll do it wrong." So like early on, I was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna touch laundry.
Yeah.
I'll wash it. She can fold it."
So we have some systems in the house. There's some things that I've had to let go, and I've had to like allow my kids to also struggle. But it does like give me the eye twitch of like things aren't done right because you find your own systems that work.
Yeah.
I try not to get too frustrated when like there's still dishes that are dirty because they didn't load the dishwasher correct, and I'm like, "It's because of this." Well,
the right way.
no. We can get out any dishwasher manual. You put the silverware, not the handle down, not the handle up.
It's all debatable, man.
I do enjoy being alone.
Yeah.
But every now, and I will say this, every now and then it sucks to go to bed alone.
Yeah,
I will
I can
say
definitely
this,
understand
especially
that.
when I have a raging boner, right? But
Why'd you look over at the camera when you said that?
because there's some people out there know what I'm talking about. No, but like those days suck. But knowing that for as simple as it sounds, today I'm like, oh, Brian's gonna come over, and then I'm like, I want to go buy him a cigar. Yeah. And then I leave the house whenever the fuck I want. And then once I go there, I'm like, oh, might as well stop at the mall and get me like some shit for the beer. And then I stop there.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, might as well stop
And
here.
not,
and
when
like,
are you going to be home? You're half an hour later than you told me you were going to be home.
Yeah. And it's not that I never had that. Like, I never had to check in when I was married. But it's a nice gesture to say, hey, I'm just going to do this. Or like, hey, I'm gonna do this. Just so you know, hey, I'm stopping for this, and then I'm gonna come. Like, or you want to come with, or whatever. But like the fact that I'm just like, I get to do this. They just fucking
It's on your own schedule.
Yeah, dude.
See, I think that to Mariah's benefit, she's never had that. Or to Mariah's detriment, she's never had that. She's always been, teenager at mom's house, married, mom, married again. She's never had her own really alone time. So that's why it's like I'm trying to understand, like, back to the motorcycle. It's like, okay, this is you just being you. Like, you finally have a chance to be you who you want to be. But it's like, okay, I can relate. I can get that. I had a few years where I was myself. I had no responsibilities at all. You still have
I
responsibilities.
just want to disappear for like 3 years
But
and
she's
have
like,
no one need me.
For what?
Everyone
And do what?
always needs me for something. I came home one day from work, or I didn't come home. I left my
walk
office.
downstairs.
But it is like I have to separate
I came home from what that means. I went upstairs.
the mindset shift though, because I work from home. If you don't separate those two,
Yeah.
it just bleeds in, and I can see where people go crazy. But I've been able to separate those, and it was such a cognitively heavy day. I had to be on camera the whole 8 hours. You're on. You're doing stuff for everybody else. You're needed so much, and so I'm like, I just want to like pretend I don't exist for half an hour. The dog needs me. My daughter my daughter, who is a Klingon, who very much needs, she's very similar to Justin, where like she just like needs to be in your space a little bit and like needs to that touch.
Her love language is physical touch.
Yes.
She wants to be touched, she wants to be with you.
And then like the assurance and stuff. And so she was on top of me, and then like Justin came home, and I was just like, everyone needs to fucking stop touching me. Everyone, like, I just freaked the fuck. I was kind of being an asshole, but I just was so overwhelmed. So overwhelmed. And I was like, I just didn't even get that like moment to decompress. Like it was as soon as I walked out of my office, got home from work, walked out of my office, it's all whoosh. And I'm just like, everyone. And so I think like, sometimes it just like, I need to breathe.
I think
that's what the motorcycle gives me.
I think I did that to my mom. My mom, I will call my mom, and I know that she wants to go home, and I know that she just worked, she's stuck in traffic. At this point, my mom is like, I just want to go to the fuck home. And then I'm like, what are you doing? Because I make it because I'm closer to my home that she is to hers.
Yeah.
You know, going back from work, and I said, where are you going? And she's like, oh, I'm like, where are you? I'm stuck in traffic. This night, she's so pissed. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, and she knows. She's like,
here we go.
What do you need? I'm like, I got this bill. And I don't know what the fuck is coming from. You want to stop by? And she's like, I guess. But my mom doesn't have that with my other siblings.
Okay.
My sister's I'm independent, right? But my sister's very independent, but she doesn't live here.
Right.
Yeah.
She has
So my mom doesn't get to have her daughter, her girl, right?
Yeah.
And then my little brother is growing up to be kind of he likes to annoy his parents just for fun.
Yeah, he's a
And
pest.
my mom is like,
it's the baby of the family.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
it is. I really think it is.
And then my mom is like, motherfucker. Like, my mom and I sit there, and we're having a conversation. I'm like, hey, mom, this and that. And we're like, hey, I'm telling her something about work. And right next to me is my little brother with her phone. And all he's doing is this. He's 20.
20.
Takes a deep breath. And I'm sitting there, two adults talking, and I look at my mom and I go, I look at my little brother, and then we're both looking at him, and then he looks at me and goes, what? I'm like, do you have to do that? And he's like, well, you don't like it, go to your house.
He wants to monopolize your mom's time, and he's jealous that you're taking his time
and
away.
my mom is like, she's like, every day.
Every day.
It's something.
Oh no!
It's something like this.
This is gonna be our youngest. I'm never gonna be able to cut the string.
Nah, she'll be out. She'll ditch us.
I don't know. I'm scared.
He does that. He just. But I'm like.
Because you were cutting into
I'm
his
like,
time
David.
that he's
Yeah,
used
and I'm
to.
like, David. I'm like, why? I'm like, that's a noise that a kid does.
Yeah.
Or a kid makes. What are you doing? He goes, nothing. Don't worry about it. You don't like it, go home. God damn it, dude. But I'm here with my mother.
Yeah, let me talk to mom. Leave me alone.
Like, fuck you, dude. Stop doing that fucking noise. And it's funny how something so minuscule gets in your head over and over. And you're like, motherfucker, stop. But and at this point, my mom is like, it's like a drug addict. Just like, whatever, dude. It's like,
She's just like,
so used to this shit.
if you ignore it long enough,
It goes away.
it doesn't. But you just become okay with it.
No wonder when my sister's like, you should come visit her. My mom is like,
Nope.
on my way. Like,
See you
fuck all
soon.
this shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she just
There's just times I wanna
this is we're walking in September now. She's gone. She went to Italy and Rome and France, or Italy and Rome is the same. Italy and France. She's gone to Mexico twice, and to see my sister.
Good
one
for
time.
her.
For her.
That's awesome.
That's what it should be. That's like
Fuck
my
yeah, Mom. Like, do that.
parents are. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like they're just kind of. I told my mom, I said, I want you to spend all your money you can while you're alive, because I don't want to deal with my siblings when you're dead with all the money.
Oh,
Yeah.
people
Like,
fighting
just-
over money and.
Just you spend it and have a good time.
That's exactly what's going on with my grandma.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hate it because my grandma it's a long story, but my grandma ended up with a big chunk of money, and basically, out of the 4 kids that she had, at one point 3 of them were in the United States, So there was one to stay with her.
Yeah.
And therefore she was, I mean, they don't understand English, but let's just say she got helped more than the others.
Yeah.
By giving loans and
Yeah.
you want another car, here it is.
Yeah.
You want this business, here it is. So then the other three are like,
What the
What the
fuck?
hell?
what the fuck?
Yeah.
So but I just, that has made it so I've disconnected myself from my family, which sucks because
sure.
we were all like, we were one big ass family, but it's just like now my aunt, which is my mom's little sister, they don't talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then she doesn't talk to one of her brothers. I mean, it's just
That's too bad.
the cousins are like all like they barely even talk to us.
Yeah.
Like that's, and all I blame it on is money.
I think money's it's
really
not a good
does
thing.
that to families.
It's not a good thing.
As soon as my grandma ended up being wealthy,
Yeah.
everything started.
Shit comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
For real.
And it also sucks because my mom went there, and they're saying she went, one of the times that she went, she wanted to get my grandma's will ready.
Yeah.
And she goes, "We'll do what you want us to do.
Yeah, but
I'm
she
not
wants
here
to
to-
make sure
Yeah,
there isn't a fight afterwards.
But I'm not here to take anything more or anything less."
Right.
Now she goes, "Okay, 4 equal pieces." But now the other three are like, "But how much have you given her?"
Oh, got it.
And so maybe she should get a little smaller piece. And then my grandma's like, "Yeah, all right." And so she signs the paper. This is like a whole story in like a few words. So she signs the will. She's like, "You're right." Signs the will. They go away. They put a camera on my grandma's room because I won't say who. They were stealing money from her.
Oh, no.
So then they caught my aunt. This is so fucking FBI shit. They caught my aunt talking to my grandma and saying like, "Well, why am I getting less money?" And the fact that they're talking about this to my grandma when she hasn't passed away,
Yeah.
like I cannot see me talking to my mom like that.
No.
Hey,
No.
why are my siblings getting
You
more
just
money?
sound like a paycheck.
Exactly.
Not a
I
parent.
sound like I'm waiting for that shit to happen.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"Mom, I don't give a fuck." In fact, I've always told my mom, I want to be gone before you are. And she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, fuck out of here." But now my aunt's like, "Well, why are they getting more?" And my grandma's like, "Well, because I'm giving you this and that." He goes, "Yeah, but I'm paying you back. So now they're here to fuck me over." And so what did my grandma do?
Now she's getting
And now what did my
manipulative.
grandma do? Grab the fucking wheel that my mom flew there to fix, and she just went
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
back to fucking square
Square
one.
that's so hard. That I think we need to honestly get our stuff squared away too. Not
probably
that
should.
we're leaving our kids anything,
Yeah.
but
Not that we've got anything to leave them.
I don't want that to be what splits my children up.
Yeah.
Is my death and whatever I leave
Yeah.
with them. That's the thing. Like I want to leave a legacy, not a
A burden.
My you know what opened my mom's eyes is her husband's mom passed away. She got hit by a car, and like all of a sudden, passed away. Now the fact that what he had to go through, like fighting with the siblings, fighting with
Yeah.
his aunts and uncles. My mom said, "I'm not doing this to my kids." Mm-hmm. And she sat me down and she goes, "This Christmas, we're all gonna get together." And then she's like, "So and so and me, we already got a life insurance, and we're gonna split it like this." And he goes, "That's how it's going to be. So we might have to get together. We all sign." And I'm just like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I mean, it sucks that we're even thinking, but it's kind of a smart thing to do.
Right.
I think it's a gift for your kids. Yeah, it's a gift for
Like-
your family members to
I'm like-
have a plan.
I'm like, but we'll do as you please. I'm like, you just tell me where to sign, and
What bothers me is like when in-laws get involved. So like
Yeah.
I've always told Mariah, I said when your parents pass, whatever the case may be, like whatever you guys decide, that's between you and your two
Yeah.
siblings. Like I'm out
Not
of
not my brother's wife, not
Like,
Justin
I'm out of
coming
it. Like,
in
I'm
and
just
saying
out.
stuff.
Yeah.
It is between the 3 kids, and
Like,
more often than not,
And like
you
I
have
sure
a,
as shit hope that,
someone-
like when my parents pass away, like the same thing happens. It's like the 5 of us sit down because there's 5 kids. It's like this is what it's gonna be. I hope there's nothing left. I
Yeah.
hope that I'm paying for my mom at the end because it just makes more sense. Like
yeah.
I just want I'd rather have the burden on me than the burden on like the family afterwards.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Shit'll happen.
Yeah, I think I've seen so much what money has made to my quote unquote my secondary family, my mom's family, that I go like, I don't want.
Yeah.
I hate that.
I do too.
Like, I don't know. And maybe it's, the fact that I want to say to my sister, I can honestly say my sister and I are probably going to be like, well, let's do what's best.
Yeah.
She's not there to, let's just say, take more. I can care less. But I think we're going to get to a point where my little brother's going to be like,
you guys are older and established.
give me, right? Or like, yeah. And like, and same thing, like I went through that stage with my little sister when I said, you have no idea what mom has gone through. Because my sister went to her, piece of shit era, right? Yep. And now she's got her shit together and she's very successful. But now it's my little brother. Right. And so when my little brother talks to my mom, and in the back of my head, I'm like, you have no fucking, like, you were born here first off. You already won.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to go. And my sister came here when she was 8. I'm the one that got my ass whooped back home and got bottles thrown at me by my fucking mother. And like, you guys have no idea.
Yeah.
But my mom had 3 jobs. She worked at a bank for almost 20 years. She sold Mary Kay and she sold gold to be able to stay above with my sister and me.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, my little brother comes here, and my little brother.
She's already established.
Yeah, she's already established. She already has. Now my mom is traveling. My mom has a brand new home. Like, she is where she always dreamt to be.
Where she has worked for.
When she's worked for, and my little brother's just getting the
fruits of her labor.
The fruits of her labor, right? And meanwhile, me, because I'm the oldest one, I've seen what my mom has gone through.
Right.
So when I look at my little brother, I'm like, I never say this way. I'm like, you just have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
You have no idea. First of all, mom decided to say, fuck my family. I gotta take care of my family. And if that means we're going to another country to survive, that's what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. And she left everything behind and she came here with 2 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
My little brother is just like,
what's up now?
Yeah, I hate my people. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. And then, whatever. You want to get my mom started? My little brother's like, I'm voting for Trump. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, I'm having breakfast, dude. Why are we talking to my mom? He's like,
here we go.
Oh, fuck. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like,
someone needs to beat his ass.
Someone needs to beat his ass.
And go, boo, the whole time.
That's a good way to close the episode.
Yeah. I can't even do it because I was laughing to her. I can't.
We're not going to go till you do it.
No, we're going to stay here forever. Hold on.
There you go, I got you. We're going to be here all night long.
We will. I can't stop smiling.
Well, thank you guys for doing this.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Sound like a horse.
A whore.
A horse.
Jesus. Obviously, you don't have anything people can follow you on anymore, right?
Nope.
And you're loving it.
Yeah, it's kind of freeing, honestly. No one need me, please. No one.
Yeah.
No one need me.
But also, if you want to put some money into her dreams, you can put out your Venmo and shit.
Don't do it.
No strings attached, though.
Well, thank you guys for coming. I love you guys. This is your home.
Yeah.
And my home is your home, so you guys can come over.
Do
we should smoke a cigar in the house.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's make it happen.
That'd be awesome. Excuse me?
Oh, no. Okay, I will allow him to go.
Excuse us?
Excuse
what
you?
the fuck?
Jesus,
allow us?
Mariah.
Can I make some
bring some Rice Krispie treats or something.
Ah, that's right, yeah.
I'll make a treat for you.
Hell yeah. You're still coming. Just leave us
just
alone,
bring the
right?
food and
just leave us alone.
Fuck off. Dust my shoes while you're here.
Okay, until next time, this has been How Did It Get So Good? Thank you.
Woohoo.